It's a beautiful day and I can't stop except from snow.
The bike was useless, I switched to the unicycle. Quite a few years ago I taught myself to ride a unicycle. So if you want to learn how to ride a unicycle, have patience and best get somebody to help you at the beginning. Riding a unicycle is a lot of fun, it's a nice way to get around, it improves the posture, it's good for your balance, it's just super cool. But the only thing I could do was get on the unicycle, ride around and get off. But actually there were more things you can do with a unicycle apart from just driving around. There are many tricks you can do on a unicycle, so I chose 4 which I think they look cool to learn them.
Ready to do some adventure? Take it as a guess.
The first one is the leg wrap mount. It's a basic statics trick. You hold the seat of the unicycle with your non-dominant hand. And then you push it or kind of lean it towards the outside. It's the easiest if you level out the pedals so they're same height. To actually be able to do the leg wrap mount, it's better to put your right foot on the frame. So first I just practiced to lean the unicycle towards the outside, step on with my foot and kind of hold the balance to get a feeling for this. So I put my right foot on the frame. Then I put my left leg forward a little bit to the outside. At the same time pulling back the unicycle with your left hand, switching it over to the right hand. And that's the tricky part, to get this done at the same time without falling. Either my unicycle was rolling backwards or I was falling forwards, I just couldn't hold the balance. Because the hardest thing was to catch the left pedal with your left foot. And finally I got a really good try, but still I couldn't ride off. The only thing you have to remember now is when you have both feet on the pedal, you have to lean a little bit forward so you can easily ride off. And finally, I got it! The second one is called a jump mount. So basically you hold the seat of the unicycle with the left hand over both hands. You level out the pedals so they're the same height. First I had to bring myself to actually jump off the ground, because I had the fear I could fall. So a couple of times I practiced to jump off the ground. But still I was super afraid to jump on the unicycle. So I figured out the most important thing is to really focus on the 2 pedals so you catch the 2 pedals with your feet. I was getting more confident jumping on a unicycle. Next I had to learn to actually find the balance to ride off. So once you got the feet on the pedals, you bring your body weight a little bit forward to drive off. A little bit of practice and I got super easy for me and I could jump on and drive off. The third trick is 1-foot riding. To ride a unicycle is a lot of overcoming your fear. And especially this trick, because you have to take off 1 foot. My head would tell my leg and foot to do it, but my foot just stayed on the pedal. So I found a technique to slowly overcome this fear. It's pretty much you put on your dominant side the hand on your thigh. And when riding the unicycle you deliberately push harder on this side. Once I overcame this fear, I could take off my left foot. I could take off this foot and roll around once. And very soon I could roll around twice with my right foot and even 3 times. It's important that you don't ride too slow, because then it's really hard to roll around with your foot. You also shouldn't be riding too fast, because then your body weight is in front of your unicycle and then you fall off. But the key is to be riding relatively fast, to lean forward, take off your left foot, continuously push with your right foot and then just put it back on. I kept practicing. The weather decided to switch over to snow.
Why is it snowing now?
But nothing could hold me back, I was so motivated. And my tries got better and better.
Got it!
I love this trick, it's still mind-blowing. I never believed I could do this with a unicycle.
Next one.
The last trick is the kick-up mount. For this trick, a unicycle is laying on the ground. Your non-dominant foot will slide under the seat of a unicycle. Your dominant foot will step on the pedal. But at the beginning, I wasn't even able to kick up. So first I just practiced to kick up. But I realized it's not all about the non-dominant foot. But you also have to put weight on your dominant foot. It's important to find the right intensity. If there's too much weight on the dominant side, you will fall towards the side. And then again, the key is to bring a non-dominant foot on the pedal as well. So I just focused on my feet and then catching the seat with my hand. To be able to do it without catching it with one hand, it should kick against your dominant leg so you can't move further. Final step again to be able to ride off. My feet were kind of always so paralyzed because they were so impressed I could kick it up and sit down, and then I couldn't find the power to ride off. And again, lean a little bit forward and I could do it. And at the end it's super easy. Step on with the right foot, kick it up with the left foot, catch it, sit down, ride off. I really fell in love with riding unicycle again.
I got one more thing to say.
It taught me the most that overcoming your fears will pay off at the end.
'Cause I'm glad that you're the one who got away. It's a beautiful day.